treat.
Bobby Moore and Sir Jeff Hurst, the Trevor Brooking and Billy Bonds, a Paolo Di Canio, West Ham United. We celebrate our victories, we stick together in defeat. I'm proud of our history, West Ham United, more than just a podcast, more than just a podcast.
Hello, good evening and welcome. Welcome back, people. It's not a safe space because Sean's here.
I can go.
No. I'm sure people teed up loads of questions for you anyway, Sean.
Yeah, that you can disappoint them with.
Yeah, because it's time for this. It's Facebook Twitter question time.
It is.
Where I post a question on Facebook, which I did, and you, lucky listeners, all get to answer. So I just put, question time is open, let's go.
Let's go.
Generally, when I put a question up like that, people, it means I've sort of forgotten to do it and I need to bloody be quick. So,
Vamos. Let's go.
yeah, let's go. First up, it's Johnny Pope. How you doing, John?
Johnny Pope.
Evening, gentlemen, he says. And the Stooge. That's you, Sean.
Yeah, it's you, Sean.
That's you, Sean.
Yeah.
Yeah, right, that's good. Following yet another lacklustre, piss-poor performance yesterday, that's a bit harsh, John, to be fair. Is it not baffling to take Ings off to replace him with Fornals? Possibly. Surely the Italian centre-forward was a better option for a goal than Pablo. It's pointless forking out 35 million and not giving the fella a chance.
Yeah.
The same with Haller. Divering Dave should have been sacked for his treatment of Scamacca and his constant belittling of Benny. Sullivan out.
Sullivan out.
Oh, dear. John, I don't want to point out the obvious. I didn't see a questioner. So, if you've heard the first show, I'm not sure. You know my fault. I'm not sure on Scamacca anyway. 2 substitutions, Sean, when you could have made 5.
Well, I think Villa used all 5, didn't they?
They did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it strange?
I think it's not strange for Moyes, is it?
No.
No.
We know that he doesn't like he doesn't like 5 substitutions. I think he's gone on record, so not strange at all with him.
No. I wonder what of Souček's 20 touches was Moyes' favourite to keep him on.
Actually, I'm going to correct myself. There is one thing strange. He moaned about everyone was tired from the trip back from Larnaca. So you can't really have it both ways. You can't say everyone was tired from the trip back from Larnaca. Well, you could have used some fresh legs, you know. So there you go. Your argument was flawed.
Yeah. Flawed, we say. Flawed. All right, okay. Next up, it's Jason Tree. He says he's found our next manager, Sean.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Who's that?
It's the geezer from Ted Lasso. What's his name?
Ted Lasso.
No.
Oh, Nate.
Nate, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. He's got a picture of him in his West Ham coat. I mean, they are using all the West Ham. It is funny that Richmond are Crystal Palace, but they're not.
250,000 or so.
There you go. Yeah, money well
all
spent.
money helps, you know.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Go listen to the last episode if you haven't listened to it already.
Anyway.
You'll hear us talk about money.
So Jason, though, has played the game and has asked a question. So he says, with the remaining matches, he predicts 13 points. How many points do you think we can achieve? Will it be enough? He says, keep up the good work, because he's an Essex boy down under.
He is.
G'day, cobber.
He is. Good customer he is.
Right. Let's do this. Sean.
You know what? You've just reminded me something, and I'll get us all to do this. There is a prediction website where when it gets
Yeah,
close
the
to
BBC
number
do it
games,
every year.
yeah, so you can put in the results, and we should put in the results.
You ready?
Yeah, go on.
I'm going to read the list out. So we don't know when it will be played, but we've got Man City away.
Lost.
Right, okay.
Lost, yeah.
Yeah, right. So that's nil point. Southampton at home.
Lost.
Win.
Right,
I'm going to go for a draw.
I think we'll win that. Okay. So remember your score and tot it up at the end.
yeah,
Yeah?
1 point.
Down,
Right,
yeah,
so I've got
3
three.
points.
Newcastle home.
Draw.
Lost.
Okay, I'll go for a draw. So I'm on 4.
I'm on 1.
Right, okay. Fulham away.
Draw.
Win.
I'm going for a win.
2 points.
2-7-7. Arsenal at home.
Loss.
Lost.
Yeah, I'll go loss. Right. So that's 2-7-7.
Sean?
I said lost.
He said
Oh,
loss,
sorry.
yeah. Bournemouth away.
Loss.
Win.
I'll go win. So it's 2-10-10. Liverpool home.
Loss.
Loss.
Draw.
Oof.
2-11-10. Crystal Palace away.
Draw.
Win.
I'll go win. So that's 3-14-13. You're doing well then.
Miserable fucker.
Next up, we've got Man United at home.
Win.
Loss.
Oh, so that's...
What do you mean win? You've been the
So I've
most
got
negative
draw.
I
person
fucking
out.
supported West Ham all my fucking life.
He knows the way
It's
it
more
goes, yeah.
fucking likely than the beating Southampton.
I'm going for a draw. So that's 6-15.
You haven't predicted a single loss, Nigel.
Yes,
No,
I
he
have.
never does.
I have.
No, he has.
I have. I swear. I said
Arsenal.
Arsenal, yeah. so draw. So that's 6-15 for me. Sean, what did you say? Win.
So I've got a what against Man United?
Yeah.
It's a loss.
All right. So you're still on
7,
13,
10,
I think.
13.
yeah. Brentford away.
Oh, no. Loss.
Oh,
They're good.
they're
are.
at both. I'm going to say loss as well. Actually,
All right. So I'm going win.
win.
We beat them in the cup. Fucking hell. We can go there and do them.
Their C team.
Oh, please. Don't give me that. Yeah?
They're not good at the minute.
So we got 6. Yeah, they got beat at the weekend. They're that good. So we got 6. I've moved on to 18.
I'm still on 30.
He's still on 13. Now you ready? Leeds at home.
Oh, win.
Yeah, I think we might sneak that one.
Right,
we
so-
could send them down at that game.
I'm going draw. So that's you gone win. So that's 19 for me, and a win for Sean puts you what 16?
Me 16. Yeah.
Yeah. The last game of the season. By my reckoning, we're now safe. Leicester City away.
Draw.
Right.
Nice round 10 points.
10 points. Sean?
It's away, is it?
Yeah.
Draw.
Draw.
Yeah.
Okay. So can you remember?
17.
17. Right. So I'm going for a win. To put us on.
How many points have we got under you, Nigel?
Right. So here we
You
go.
fucking
You're deluded,
dreamer.
mate.
Right. So
What Allardyce called
how many
deluded.
points do you give us, Jay? 10.
10.
That's 34 points. You've
That
got us
sounds
going
about
down.
right. That sounds about right to me.
Sean, how many points did you
17.
have? 17. So that puts us on 41 points.
Oh, fucking,
There you
how
go.
much you got us on?
Right.
You got us in Europe, Nigel.
Right. So hold up. So granted, currently we've got 24 points.
From how many
out of
games?
26 games.
Yeah, so we're under a point a
So
game.
I think in the next 12 games we're going to get 22 points. Fucking doable. Right, I've seen it happen. So there you go. Keep the faith, people. Keep
This
the
is
faith.
fucking faith and there's something else.
So that will put us on 46 points. And when we lift the Conference League European trophy,
Sorry, what? How many points? So I've just looked.
We won't need to.
No,
Do you
but I
know-
want that. I'm not.
Do you know I've just looked at the supercomputer in the last. That did a prediction. It says we get 40 points. We finish 15th. On 40 points.
I think we'll
Wolves above us
finish
on
12th. Yeah, I've got us finishing 12th, Sean.
Leeds finish 16th from 37.
Yeah.
The supercomputer says. Who do you reckon gets relegated?
Bournemouth, Forest, and Southampton.
No, Forest 36 survive, and in this, Everton get relegated on 34.
Can't see that.
No, they don't.
Southampton get relegated on 33, and Bournemouth get relegated on 33.
Bournemouth who beat Liverpool the weekend.
Yeah, I know. What's all that all about?
Yeah,
I
only because
wouldn't
they
know.
missed a penalty, though. If they'd have got that penalty, they'd gone on to win the game. So,
Yeah, but they didn't.
thanks for that, Jace. I hope you enjoyed the answers. And if people think I'm mad, I'm genuine. So, there you
Genuinely
go.
mad.
Next up, we got Ed.
40 odd points.
40,
Good God.
46. Anyway, next up, Ed Hughes.
Loves a bit of
He
squirrel.
does indeed. He says another week of beige,
Oh, wasn't
uninspiring,
that good?
unenthusiastic, and depressingly predictable football. How much longer will we be served this bilge water and told it's fine wine? I'm not sure, Ed. I'm not sure you're told it's fine wine. But
Yeah, I do. No, I do agree with the. Yeah, but yeah, they do like a bit of gaslighting the club, don't they?
yeah. What
I
did-
mean, they've got an answer for everything, really. I mean, I was at the stage where you said, God, these trains are bad. Then you remember the quote about best transport links.
yeah.
Now you got Moyes going on about the last
Was
2
that before or
years.
after the stop-go balls? It's funny they never had a CGI.
I don't go
for
that way.
Oh, you don't go that way.
Yeah, but there's all the
Yeah.
Now they're complaining about no one's making any noise in the stadium. No one get behind team. That goes down to Brady's best move, whatever ever.
We
in
didn't
history.
really cover that, did we? Actually, what? I mean, we can let Sean have a go as well.
Someone
Yes.
would bring it up in the question, wouldn't they?
Yeah,
probably
let's
Chrissy
see if they
Mills.
do. Let's
I mean,
see.
we talk about it every single week. I know it's coming back to sort of now they want us to get behind the team.
What I was going to say is that there seems to be a blame game.
Yeah, with gaslighting, really.
Yeah.
And that will turn me off. That will make me turn my back long before relegation.
Yeah.
That attitude.
I don't like. You know, I've said it before. Moyes loses me not with the football, but with what he says.
What he says.
And,
what he says.
And again, the
Classic one this weekend.
Yeah.
As you're walking out the stadium, people saying Moyes didn't do enough to win that game. First thing he says in the interview, I think we did enough to win that game.
yeah.
But you didn't. The draw was a fair result.
Yeah, I don't think we did. We didn't cut them open.
No.
We had half chances,
They were half chances.
so it wasn't clear cut.
No.
So
You tend to be relying on brilliance from Bowen or Benrahma to get goals out of open play.
yeah,
So you can't come out and say that we did enough to win, because we don't do enough to win. And you don't need that, because we can take losing. What we don't want is the fans need to get behind us. The fans are fans are fans are fans. Because what we're doing is we can isolate the problems with Sullivan, we can isolate the problems with Moyes. They can't isolate that with us. Because it's not fair that they're throwing us all the fans in together, because you've got an array of fans at that stadium now, which is what Brady wanted.
yeah.
And then we're throwing it back at us.
Yeah. Well,
If you wanted that, you should have stayed at Upton Park. You can't have it both ways. You're the one that got people's hopes up,
yeah,
you know.
yeah. So
And that's going to turn people off. The ones the Johnny come laters that come at London Stadium, they'll go straight away. What you are doing now is risking the hardcore, the faithful, because you fucked them off. And that's why I'm going, because it's constantly the fucking off of it. I could take losing. I could take shit fucking trains, but I can't take being disrespected as a fan, because I can't support my team. A lot of people do. Sean gone, he's been fucking quiet.
I know.
Oh, yeah, you've been talking.
I was surprised you
I've
didn't
sent
stick
you
up for him.
He's been writing a story, probably.
Yeah.
No, I haven't. I did find the link, and I've sent you the link.
Oh,
It's
thank
www.worldfootball.net/table_calculator. I've just sent you a link. You fill in. This is the important thing. You fill in all the results remaining, because it gives you the
Oh, good. The other teams,
week
yeah.
by weeks, and then calculates your table.
All right.
It's really cool. I've done it before. So
cheers.
when you get a spare 10 minutes, we'll put the link in Facebook as well, so our 8 listeners can do it. See where we end.
Yeah.
If Nigel's right.
There you go, people. I'm very rarely wrong. I mean, in regards to the atmosphere, there's a video of a certain someone outside Upton Park on the last day when asked by a news reporter about the atmosphere.
Yeah, I remember him.
Said that actually atmosphere comes from what people see on the pitch.
Yeah.
It's true.
So
Yeah.
actually, if the team on the pitch excites the fan base, that generates the atmosphere.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry,
Well,
Dave.
he was trying to tell us something different. It comes from you.
Yeah, that's a fake. That's a false atmosphere.
Yeah.
We don't do that.
Nah.
And funny enough,
And we can't do it even if we want to.
I don't think Everton ever did it. Everton's fan base they're not the Liverpool fan base that turn it on because we've got a famous atmosphere at Anfield. So this is what we're going to do. We feed off what we see, and if what we see is effort and ability and performance, you will get that back. If we don't believe in it, Dave, which a lot of people don't, you're going to get nothing. And unfortunately, you have to work double hard in that stadium because it's now double hard to get anything going because of the vastness
there
of it.
Sunday, there was a lot of tourists.
Yeah, mate. When I was walking around the supporters club, I walked through. I tell you, it was like being at the UN. The foreign voices.
Yeah.
But listen, keeps the shop busy, doesn't it?
Yeah. Never mind getting behind a team. As Sean said, it's all about money.
Yeah.
If you
Now
look
you want
at-
us for a fucking relegation fight. You want us to start singing and making a noise. Sorry, you made your bed. You made your bed. See you in the championship. We'll be back. You recognise us because there'll be fucking 6 seats around us.
Well, do you know what? Someone said this, and they could be right. Since we pay half the rent to the London stadium, they might shut the top tier completely. Just keep the low one.
Well, they can't, Sean, because that only holds 19,000.
Well, there you go. Their cut season ticket holds 19,000. Where you go.
Well, yeah, but then you got 2,000 or 1,500 for the away fans. Then you got segregation. So now we're down to 16,000 West Ham fans.
Don't care about fans. You've said that.
Well, they don't, do they?
There you go.
Mark Bright, he's obviously taking time off on Crystal Palace. Hey, gents, he says. That's a good point. Now we have this 3-week break. Will the senior source finally act as this really is the last chance saloon to do anything to change the manager? Because he then gets 3 valuable weeks on the training pitch with the team and try and work some magic and drag our sorry asses out of this mess. He loves the show.
Good.
Brady and senior source out.
Brady and senior source out.
If I was going to speak on behalf of the club and answer that, Mark, I would point you in the direction that we've just won our we won our game in Europe. We've not lost now the league game, so that's 2 games. We'll probably beat the team in Europe again, as you just heard me predict 5-0. Why would we sack the manager that can do that?
Exactly. Good point. Well made.
So that's
And
it.
he's going to get 45 points, yeah.
Yeah, so
Tell you what, the people below us have got some tricky game. I'm just filling in the league. They're playing a lot of the top 6.
Yeah.
Bournemouth had a tricky game. Southampton had a tricky game.
Oh yeah, but stop mentioning Bournemouth.
No,
Right?
the only thing I would say though, Sean, and this is the thing, and this is why I did, and why when you laughed about Len, and this is the madness of it. is that in the Great Escape, a brilliant thing happened in the Great Escape season, and not specifically the fact that we did win 7 out of our last 9 games. And not specifically that one of those losses was to Sheffield United, who went down. But the fact, I think, for the first time ever in the Premier League, a club beat Arsenal home and away and Man United home and away.
Yeah.
So
Good old Curb.
we got 12 points from Arsenal and Man United. So we only got 30 points from all the rest.
Yeah.
So we are capable.
Some of them points we shouldn't have had. When you think of Blackburn.
Well,
Oh.
that is. I told a sliding doors moment on Claret and Booze cast last week in regards to 2003 season, and if ever there was a sliding doors moment in West Ham's season,
Arsenal at home.
no, I don't know if it's the Tottenham game or if it is the Blackburn game. So the Tottenham game was the week before where we lost 4-3.
Well, Kerbishley puts that down the turning point.
Yeah, because I can remember walking out there with my nephew and saying, do you know what? If we go down but play like that, at least we've had a fight. Because it was the first time I'd thought in recent weeks that we'd actually show some fight. But then we went to the Blackburn game, and for those that scream, for years we needed VAR. If VAR was around, people, we would have gone down. Because for those that are new to the club and don't realise, West Ham beat Blackburn 2-1, and they did it by scoring a goal that could have been disallowed for at least three reasons.
3 or 4 reasons, yeah.
So I'll start with, first of all, handball by Lee Bowyer in the build-up. Second of all, Carlos Tevez was offside. Third of all, Carlos Tevez was on the line, so when the ball struck him, it didn't even cross the line. So the ball never crossed the line. Tevez was offside when he blocked it, and it hit Lee Bowyer's hand in the build-up. And we won 2.
And I think they gave the ball to the goal to Bobby Zamora as well, didn't they?
I think it was, yeah. so if ever that is a great West Ham goal. We need to find that, people, because it really is. Look it up. Blackburn 2007 away at Ewood Park. Fantastic. Oh, sliding doors. It could happen again, people.
Could do.
Michael Levy Jr.
Oh, wow.
The soul-singing superstar of Tenerife. A real award winner. Not us. He's won more than a Lenny, people, believe me. Evening, gents, he says. Excuse my absence. There's no need to excuse it, Mike. He said, but he has still been listening every week. He does have a question.
Go on.
Is now, with no Premier League game for 3 weeks, a good time to get a new manager in?
Oh.
Sort of what Marky Bright was saying without asking a question. He's put in brackets, we know it won't happen. But in theory, is this the best window of opportunity since the World Cup? And he hopes we're all well.
Yeah, well, thanks, Michael.
Yeah. So, is now a good time, Sean, to get a good manager?
I think it's a bit too late, really. If I'm honest. I think they should have done it before now. Just being honest. You ask a question, I'll give you an answer.
Got a third of the season left. Look how long it took us to get through them fixtures. I'll be giving you more than 10 points with a different manager. Oh,
would you now?
Well, of course I would. You got to allow for the bounce, ain't you?
I get what people are saying though, because at the end of the day, if they did sack him, which we know they're not going to do, and we know more ways than one.
We do know this.
Actually, we know it ain't going to happen. But if he was going to do it, he should have done it after the Brighton game, to give them the European, give them Larnaca, and then give them this 2-week break.
Yeah, they've made it hard for themselves.
So,
at every juncture when they should have sacked him, they put themselves in a position where they couldn't really. And sometimes you wonder how deliberate that
But
is.
the funny thing is, here's one for you. Is Moyes a lucky manager then, in that every realistic do or die game, he's got points? Do you think we should now have
Save my season.
Save Moyes' season. Save Moyes' season.
SMS.
Every game.
Beep, beep.
Yeah,
Beep, beep.
every game. We might get points. That's what I'm basing my theory on. That you got to win these games, Dave. You got to pick points up in every game, and you can keep your job.
Well, I don't believe he's ever been told that, to be honest.
No.
I doubt it.
Anyway, so I'll just see another question later down. Father Chris,
Hey!
do you find international breaks frustrating and dull, or is it just me? But he does thank us for the podcast.
You're welcome, Father Chris.
I know. What are we going to write on 6'2" without any football?
I've got a few things.
have you?
Well, I've got to cover you,
Well,
because you'll have nothing.
we didn't even when football's on. You never write anything. Did you
Well-
write anything about the game on the weekend?
No, because I was in the supporters club having a drink.
And after that, Sunday
No,
night,
I was after Sean. I went back in the supporters club.
and you went on Claret and Booze.
No, I was.
You told Sam you weren't going to drink.
Yeah, well, anyway, I didn't. So I just drank water. But,
Oh, right,
when I
yeah.
got home, I had to lie down.
Yeah.
So
I bet.
anyway. Matty, well, I don't mind them, Chris, because it enables me to do a bit of decorating. But Matty Kemp, the Spandau Ballet roadie. Why doesn't Moyes play two strikers? What's he got to do? Brady Hats.
Brady out.
Can you answer that, Sean?
I don't know. I wish I did. You know, he has played him once for about 7 minutes. It's not what he believes in.
Yeah, all right. Do you think Moyes has lost the playing staff, Sean?
No, I don't.
No, you don't.
I think they're frustrated, but there's one thing losing the dressing room and another them being frustrated. And I think they're frustrated, but I don't think he's lost the dressing room. I think he still commands some respect, no matter how small.
Well, apparently there was an update earlier today that's since been deleted.
By who?
It was about chaos at the club. The players have turned on Moyes, as have some of the coaching staff, and the board have lost faith in Moyes. But
Who wrote
going
that?
to let Moyes try and sort the mess out, they accept it's all fucked up, but they ain't sacking him.
Nick Killington.
So, well, it's not his tweet, no.
Whose tweet? is it?
Well, it was a tweet that's since been deleted.
Yeah, but who by?
By probably West Ham's largest social media outlet.
I don't know who that is.
Well, you talk to him often enough.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Are you sure he tweeted that?
Well, that's
Well,
what...
it's been accredited to him.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I spoke to him earlier, and anyway.
Anyway. It's got people riled up now. Especially
Has
now there's a theory going around. Why has it been deleted? So,
I'm going to ask him.
I don't know. Ask him. Paul Turner's
why
popped
not?
up. My mate. Doing what mates do. Dropping me in it. Your Cockney mates do anyway. Did Nigel tell the story when Bobby Zamora walked past him at Brighton? It was an Alan Partridge moment. Instead of Dan, it was Bob.
Did he ignore you?
No, he didn't. He cracked up. Bobby Zamora walked past.
Yeah.
We were by the away turnstile. Bobby Zamora walked past with Alan Mallory.
Right.
Well, of course, old Bob's now, he does what Colton Cole does, doesn't he?
Yeah. After breaking it on the pitch a couple of years ago that he was a West Ham fan.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
Which the Brighton fans didn't know quite clearly, judging by their response.
no. Well, all I said to Bob was, all right, Bob. And he went, yeah. I went, you're going in the wrong turnstile, mate. We're in here. That's all I said to him. Yeah. Alan Mullery had a nice smile on his face and he just grinned and went, all right, and walked on. And Paul Turner's going, all right, Bob, what, do you know him or something? Oh, what am I supposed to say? Mr.
Yeah.
Zamora? Fucking hell. Dear, oh, dear. Anyway, there you go, Paul.
He says no, he didn't. Why? It was from his Twitter, was it?
That's
He was
what,
quoted.
this is what someone's quoted. Someone's
He
quoted.
says no, he hasn't deleted any tweets. He doesn't know what you're talking about.
All right.
I made people delete ones who had misquoted me from the podcast. There you go. There you go. Misquoted.
Oh, he can't be as sort of eloquent as us lot then. If he gets misquoted.
Okay.
So he said, yeah, as always, one account twisted my words and everyone else jumped
Well,
on.
we know how that happens, and if you the funny thing about it is, it was West Ham Central last week who credited 6'2" with saying
yeah.
something, and
Yeah,
didn't
which
even
was
say it.
right.
what? But we hadn't said it.
No,
I
he
know.
didn't said it at all.
Yeah.
Well, did you pull him up on that?
Well, yeah, but obviously he didn't answer.
Yeah, of course.
So I had the ump with him because he made me read the website. So I had to
Well, you
talk.
do read
I
that,
checked
right?
it as well.
Yeah, so I told that. You do read it, yeah. Of course, I'll read it.
You did last write on Thursday. You did write one last week.
There you go. So-
I'm sure you're building up to write another article this week.
Well, I've got after this, I've got to record a video because I'm covering Gary.
Yeah, 'cause
Who's away.
you obviously got to prioritise Claret and Boots.
Well, no, I'm covering Gary while he's on
Oh, well,
holiday.
yeah, as you say, it's more important to cover Gary than write your own
I'll do me
You've only got your own website.
video. Yeah. Don't worry,
Yeah,
there'll
yeah.
be stuff coming out this week.
What this month?
This week.
Oh, right, okay.
There you go.
Look forward to it.
Yeah, I bet you do. Barry Carcass, evening all Bazza. It says, as we are in reality in the Last Chance Saloon, there's a lot of replacing
Someone else
Moyes.
has said that,
This
hasn't
is the third one. When it comes to replacing Moyes for the end of the season, what do you think could force a decision to be made after the Larnaca game? Could his treatment of Skamaka in the Villa game be... Bal, I don't think the owners actually would consider that disrespecting or bad treatment of a player. I don't think they would even think about that.
No, he's here, unfortunately, to stay. Count your blessings if it's only to the end of the season.
I think if Larnaca, as in Gary Larnaca, if they beat us 5-0,
That would be fucking funny, wouldn't
and
it?
I think they could, yeah. So,
Yeah.
there. Okay. Where's he gone? Toilet break?
Don't know, fridge break,
Yeah.
probably.
He's obviously gone to something break. Let the dog
Yeah.
out. Pick the kid up. Do someone's homework.
Yeah.
So basically, Baz, he ain't getting sacked. So there is no Last Chance Saloon. You can keep going on the pub crawl. Top fan is Adam Levitt. How you doing, Ad?
Hello, Adam.
He says, yesterday I was in a queue with a guy and his QR code on the phone, it took him 5 times to get to get in. He tapped his card once and he got in. Why don't they bring back the cards and ditch this text shit? And he says, bring in the shinies for West Ham.
Yeah. Well, they want to keep changing your code, mate, for us. I mean, it's all right. We're all for the card. We're right behind it. You certainly wouldn't have queues like you get there that we got Saturday.
Yeah.
Mind you, the security queues were longer
Diabolical.
longer than the queues getting in.
Yeah. Well, I did. I'm straight in with my card. Tap it. It helps
Yeah.
when you remember it.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
Won't be my problem for much longer.
No, he says that, people.
I mean it.
Oh, yeah.
I mean it.
Yeah. You'll be back
I
next
don't-
season, sitting next to me.
Yeah, in the championship.
Yeah, you love it. He says, any truth in putting up season ticket prices? I don't think they've got the bottle to do it, to be fair, just in case we do go down.
I think they have.
Do you reckon?
I think that, yeah,
I think after a
What does
season
Sean-
like this, you can't.
oh, of course they will.
Sean's muted themselves, people. Now, there's a button we all wish we had, in it.
Oh,
Dear. Anyway, he's obviously gone to Ring X. Mark Hunter.
he was a gladiator, wasn't he?
I don't know. Was he called Mark, though? I can't say I really watched Gladiators, though. Who was the wolf one?
His name was. Oh, I used to know him. He used to come from Peckham.
Walter? Was it Walter Wolf?
No,
Okay.
I think. No, went from weird now. Might have a Dutch name, but I can't remember.
Right. So Mark says, I always listen, but been too late to join in questions. Life was so much simpler before social media meltdown. Before I'd feel depressed for an hour, I'd then tune into Baywatch. A few weeks ago, you spoke about the fear of relegation. He says, I was fine with it before, just loved the day out with my mates at Upton Park.
Great,
He goes,
wasn't it?
but as someone who travels from Bournemouth, I don't know if I could face being at that half-empty shithole. And then he says,
Nah.
please tell me we can play it right back. Emerson's better than I thought he would be in the left. But Johnson et al. Are worse than Pony. Brady out.
Brady out.
What do you reckon, Sean? All right, that's good to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. It's the best thing he said all
Probably
match.
getting
yeah.
his to-do list from Karen.
Yeah, that's it. Next up, Lewis Allen.
Lewis.
Evening, gents. I don't want to moan, but
Go on, Lewis.
even if Sullivan is not calling into question Moyes' performance and tactics, he said, surely he must question continued drop in marquee player values.
Yeah, I keep saying it.
Which continue to plummet thanks to his lack of tactical nous. Now, to use them correctly, Haller, Vlasic, possibly Anderson, all now doing well. See, and I will dispute this. Vlasic scored a few goals. I don't think he's done a lot since. Anderson, I don't think he's not really, he's not.
I don't even know where he is.
Lazio.
Oh, we went back there, did he?
Yeah, he went back there.
God, tail between your legs.
Sorry, I had to take a call.
Oh, here we go. What does she want?
Let me just finish this and you can tell me.
Go on.
They said he waited 18 months to buy a striker, went for Skamaka, who looks like another Haller. Would be off in the summer cut price.
Yeah.
Surely Sullivan must question this.
I'm desperately disappointed.
Oh, excuse
All
me,
right.
people. Sorry
What's
about
wrong? You got COVID?
that. I've not been well. Love the pods. Keep up the good work.
Thank you very much.
Anything update, Sean?
No, it was Huey. Good old Huey.
All right.
Oh,
Huey
right.
the truant.
Sorry?
Huey the
Wait.
truant.
I was just going to go, did you break the bad news to him? He's out.
No, he was asking, Clarence Hugh stories won't appear on the news now, and he was asking me what I thought the problem was. And could I
Did you tell him that they finally rumbled him that he copies and pastes it and nicks it off of other places?
No, I did not. No, he's got a number of new writers.
Oh, was he?
Writing for him, yeah.
Oh, right.
He credits 6'2" for a lot of our stories and links to us in stories
So kind.
of our exclusives.
There you go. Ian Gravitt has just posted a picture of Moyes with his head in his hands, with Unai Emery in the background.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
This is how we're all feeling, Mr. I win games.
Yeah.
I was going to put that, but I'm not in charge. I was going to put I win. That's what I do. I win.
All right.
That's
Yeah.
what I do.
Every 5 games he wins, according to his stats. If it's
And I'm coming here
54.
as a really experienced Premier League to win. Because that's what I do.
The only thing is, and this is, I do people on social media, if you're going to have a go at him, at least do it with the correct stats. There was a stat going around this morning or yesterday of Moyes' win record. and against all the other West Ham managers. And he had the worst win record, according to they cropped it. But what they've done is that they'd only included his first stint and not included all his games in the Premier League. So it was basically people were trying to bash Moyes with fake news. Now, I will pull people up if I see it. Fake news. But times are getting bad for Dave because he is no longer the manager with the best Premier League record in win percentage. He's now dropped behind Slaven.
Oh, really?
So
Slaven back.
So that's yeah. So and that's I don't. The only thing I will caveat that is I don't include Trevor Booking because it was only 3 games.
Unfair.
Premier League. No. It you know he only
Stats
did
is stat.
no. Yeah, but it don't. You're like 3 games is nothing. It ain't. You can't judge. You know when he's
Great
done,
3 games, though.
They were fantastic 3 games.
What about the little bit of start he done in the Championship?
No, yeah, but
wasn't
that's
great,
not
was it?
Premier League though.
No, okay, yeah, you're right. Yeah,
Well, he only lost 1 game, didn't he?
yeah, Gillingham, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was Gillingham, wasn't it? Or Byfield, 1-0. Yeah, I think that was the only one he lost, wasn't it? And then there was a few draws there.
Yeah,
And of course, he did handpick Alan Pardew.
he did.
My old mucker is Dave's son, Ted Sexton. How you doing, Ted? Evening, gentlemen. He says, having been humiliated yet again by Moyes, is there any purpose keeping Scamacca next season? Moyes obviously takes an instant dislike to players.
Yeah, he does. Well, he don't take
Do you
him
think
long.
so? Do you think he really takes a dislike and it's personal, or what he says? And I don't know either way. That he doesn't like people who don't put the effort in on the training ground, and the reason he doesn't like certain players is unless he sees them work for their position on the training ground, they won't get their chance on the pitch on match day.
For me, I think, and this is the thing we don't consider. You know, they've got analysts. You know, every movement of their bodies measured.
Analyst. I don't know about analysts, but they've got an analyst.
We've got analysts. Don't believe the bullshit. We've got analysts, and you know that.
Yeah,
and you know they will know. They will track every GPS, every movement and everything. So they will see what he does and what he don't do. And I think it's glaring what he don't do.
But goals, man, they're the currency of strikers.
Goals are fun.
Goals are fun, and frankly, he ain't scored enough of them, has he?
Well, if you don't play, you can't get to score.
No, that's true. But when he comes on, then he has got to at least make the effort.
Oh, for Masuaku, 2 more games, and he automatically signs for Besiktas.
All right, there you go. That's good.
Thanks, Sean.
That's him done for the
forward to you.
season. All right, my handsomes, how yous doing? It be old Darcy, the 6'2" away day reporter.
He's
4 buses and a plane.
yeah.
Is it?
He must have run out of Sharpies doing all that travelling.
Well, we wish
He's feeling neglected by you. He says you don't love him anymore.
The good thing about it, Dodds, is at your age you get a free bus pass, so half of that travelling didn't cost you anything. So
Who's he being neglected by? Nigel. How about this 6'2" business?
I just
Dropping out flies, aren't they?
Oh, mate, oh dear, please.
No one's got any stamina these days.
No,
You try to be a fucking animator.
I'm a busy
Fucking
man.
hell.
I'm a busy man.
He spends, because he's caught in all the claret and booze. That's where his real love is.
Yeah.
Well, let's give him some fucking joy back. Not like the ones that have to go to the football games, come back depressed.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nick's got it good. Sitting at home watching.
David Moyes, according to social media, is like the okey cokey. 1 minute he's in, the next minute he's out, in, out. Skamaka and Paqueta are on their way out.
Everyone out.
Funny enough, I remember when we used to laugh at Arsenal fans behaving like that with Wenger. One thing is for sure, he's probably secured me another European 3-day break with my West Ham family, so I'm happy. But no snow this time, please. He has got questions.
Go on.
For your delight, he says. What do you all believe David Moyes sees that makes him feel what he's doing is correct?
Oh, it's just an arrogant wanker. I think that it just comes down to that. Am I wrong? Or?
That's one way of putting it. I may put it a different way in a minute.
Go on.
Sean, what do you believe Moyes sees that makes him feel what he's doing is correct?
I just think this is arrogance that he's
That's
seen
what I
it
said.
all and done it all, and we're
He's a
all
wanker.
deluded. No, I'm making it a bit more. I'm articulating it a little bit better than you.
Yeah. I'm not like ex-employer now. I'm fucking twist my words, do they?
So I think he believes that he's the most experienced person, and to use, I think, Declan Rice's words, so-called football experts know fuck all, but he is a football expert and he's earned the right to say what he does and make decisions he does. I'm not saying he's right, but I'm saying that's what I believe his mindset is.
How's that not an arrogant wanker?
Well,
Down to a T.
mad people don't know they're mad, right? So arrogance sort of suggests some self-awareness. I'm not sure he's self-aware of his arrogance, Len, and therefore,
A narcissist more then.
well, possibly.
This is David Moyes we're talking about, yeah?
This is David Boyce, yeah. Who do you think we were talking about?
No. Listen, mad people. I'm mad, Sean, but I do know it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Well, you see, that's a good thing, right? Mad people who know they're mad are not as dangerous.
Yeah.
The real mad people don't know they're mad.
Yeah. It took me a while to
Sullivan.
realise it, but I am mad.
Yeah.
You mean like sociopaths?
Just some of the things I do, I can look back and go, oh, mate.
That was mad.
Yeah, why have I done, So I've got to be mad to do
Yeah.
these things.
Like renewed my season ticket this season.
Well, every
That was
season.
fucking mad.
I found the website that you never write for.
Well, yeah. That's
Like, sign me for your website on transfer
Yeah.
deadline day.
Well, yeah. Anyway.
Mad.
Yeah. I'll tell you what I think. I think Moyes believes in himself and he's desperate to believe that way of playing is best. And he probably thinks that actually the players are letting him down and that he's right and they're not doing it right. That's what I think. He thinks. So, I don't, the fact that he blames, he'll blame a player, he'll blame the fan base, he blames everyone, doesn't he? Except himself. And I'd prefer it sometimes if he showed a bit of humility. It don't cost a lot, say, oh, I thought this would happen, but it didn't. We'd have a lot of respect for him. And, even the people that are sort of semi-defending him. Dodsy wants to know if any of us have travelled to the quarter-final. Should we get there in the Conference League? Well, I'll be there, Dodds.
No, not me.
Cheering them on at the London Stadium. Sean, will you go to the quarter-final?
Yeah, of course I will.
Yeah, of course
I've been
I
to every game.
Yeah, Dodds. Don't know what you're talking about. Every game. He's been to every game that he wasn't on holiday.
I've
Bar
been in
the
this
ones
country.
when he's been on holiday. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Len, he's got
Yeah.
a question, and I'm going to ask this. He wants a serious answer from you. What would it take to convince you to remain at the London Stadium? Brady out.
Brady out.
There you
Well,
go.
at least another one death on the board. And second, Moyes. What else? see anything really.
There's nothing that can convince you to remain.
What it comes down to, more than bricks and mortar, is just that the more you're at that stadium and the more you hear from the clubs through their sources and such, and the more they speak, the less it feels like West Ham.
Yeah.
And that's more than the bricks and mortar of the stadium.
So
Because
maybe
of-
you need to go back before you knew how sausages were made. In a more sort of...
Well, no, you can't. It's not just that. It's the whole stadium, the whole. Look, they want a new West Ham, don't they? You can't. They want a new club, and they got their new club, right? But it's not West Ham. Do you know what?
You could say that about a lot of Premier League.
Yeah, but they're not my team, are they? You're right.
Well, no.
But if they can, these teams, what you're saying, keep their routine. Now, the end of last week, I thought I'd try and motivate myself by painting a London Stadium painting.
Ooh.
Yeah, with the daffodils.
With it covering most of the stadium, you might have noticed. But the fact of the matter was, I can't find what would be an iconic image of the stadium. Where it's round. And all it is, the only thing that identifies it is the words West Ham United on top,
Yeah.
which is symbolic because that's all it is. The words West Ham United. What makes it West Ham United now? You want it? They just bought a brand and they're managing a brand badly. It's not a very good brand. So how's
You
that
don't
going
think
to?
the shape of the stadium is iconic? You don't think that...
But not for
it's-
West Ham.
Oh, well, no, maybe
But
not.
I can't paint something from the top. But I can, but
You
it's
could.
not. But it doesn't identify West Ham.
Did you finish this stadium painting?
Yeah. Well, did
Is
you
it
want to
for
buy
sale?
it?
Well, maybe, yeah.
It's www.canningtownlen.com/auction, and it's there.
Yeah. Did you sell the other one at the weekend? It was the... Oh, I see it. Yeah, I've just gone there. That's nice. I like
Yeah,
that.
there you are.
David Gull's favourite flowers. I don't want to break it to you.
Daffodil.
Daffodil, yeah.
I like that. I really do like that.
No, it's a nice painting.
Yeah.
There you go.
I might be the
I was going to name it the Shithole in Spring, but
I know it's a silent auction, but what's
yeah.
the...
No,
what's
it's
the
a
highest
silent
bid?
auction, Sean.
What's
It's a silent
What's the last-
auction.
All right.
So you put in your bid, like it says.
Do you want to hint to me what sort of ballpark?
Yeah, if you bought a Tesla, you can afford it. Now, fucking pay up. Fucking
You-
stop. Well,
Now,
fucking-
if you could paint a Tesla with West Ham Stadium in the back instead of the daffodils, that would go down a tree, and maybe a Starlink satellite. That would be amazing. You do commissions, don't you?
I'm trying to give them up. Only because I'm painting dead people and dead dogs.
Oh no, dead
Or
people.
dying people.
Oh God.
It's not, it's
I'm
not.
sorry, I shouldn't laugh. It was just what you said yesterday about dead
It's
dogs.
true though. It's the only.
Anyway, this is what happens, right? We've gone off question time completely and
Sorry.
gone off
We're not.
completely.
That was Dodds' fault because he asked for a serious answer.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't think anything. Well, you know what? I can't. It's more than that.
Look, I will not contemplate giving up until they sell the club. Because I
Yeah,
said
but,
it
um,
at the time.
yeah.
They will not be the people that see me go.
No, I know.
And,
But I do use the analogy that we're like the couple of old men.
yeah, and that is
Last the summer wine.
and that's why I found it easy to sit in a band 5
Yeah.
because I give them the bare minimum. I give the club the bare minimum money. It keeps me feeding my addiction, and I just keep making sure that they will not be the people that see me stop.
At the end of the day, you got to make yourself happy.
Yeah,
And if I don't
Wait.
feel Like,
But
it
hang on a
could be
minute.
any club now.
Were you happy? You look pretty happy when we were having a few beers and a laugh.
Yeah, we're not in the
The support
stadium,
club.
are we?
I know, but we had a good. It's not about. No, as John used to say, a good day out, sport by 90 minutes of football. Just forget about the actual football and the queuing
How
up.
can I
and
forget things with you about?
Oh, true.
You
We
know,
miss
it's
you.
just
We miss you, Len. We will miss you if you're not at the supporters club, moaning and groaning about everything in life.
well, this is it. Maybe I don't want to moan and groan anymore.
What are you going to do? Stay out
Paint.
the cleaner?
Paint, stay on the
Yeah,
paint.
but that's a sad. Who else? You'll become a shut-in. You might never leave.
I
the house
fucking love
again.
that.
What
Be
be
a,
a shut-in?
reclusive artist. I
Oh
fucking
my
love
god!
it.
And one day they say, "Oh look, Canning Town Len." They removed him. He was too big to fit through the door, so they had to take a window out.
No, I'll be painting. I'm going to be eating, am I?
All right. Starts like that.
No, I'll be fine.
Okay.
No, I don't need them. I don't need them anymore.
Would you leave the house though?
Well, yeah, someone's going to the pub, wouldn't I?
Okay.
I won't leave the house often. Things go wrong when you leave the house. What's the point? I've got this new theory now. It's called turn right. Right. So when I come to my house, if I turn right, I don't go towards London. Right. Because every time you turn left towards Sadiqville, it goes wrong. So because I can turn left and walk 10 minutes to go on the London Overground, and it all turns to shit. And now the ULEZ is going to charge me because I ain't got a very clean, efficient car.
No, we're going to have a race, aren't we?
No, not really.
Yeah, we're doing a drag race. We agreed.
No, we didn't agree.
I thought we did.
No. Not going to have a drag race with you, Sean.
Why not?
Because it's pointless, isn't it?
Why?
I'll tell you what, I'll take you around the country roads and you'll be dead. You'll be gone.
That's true.
Especially if you put your autopilot on.
That's true. That's true.
All right, we better crack on.
Yeah.
There's a lot.
It's Dodds' fault.
I know.
Let me retire in peace.
Because we better whiz through a few because we're going to be here for another hour. Matthew Atry, he says, hopefully Sean's standing with Gary and not appearing tonight. He said, but on a serious note, though, does Sean know how his senior source feels about Moyes bringing someone on to play as a striker at the weekend? People, I get it. You ask these questions. You don't ever think Sullivan cares about what players come on or ever comments. He does not comment. Play that quietly. He does not comment at all about players. But anyway,
Who doesn't?
Sullivan, really, does he? Sorry, your senior source. He don't really comment on players that are picked or not picked. Does he?
Sometimes.
Oh, right, okay. Anyway.
Well, it depends what you mean and what
Has he
context.
commented about Skamaka? Was any of your sources?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
yes. All right, there
Yeah.
you go. Well, we'll get that out of him. Do we think Moyes has lost the squad now?
As I said earlier, I think they're frustrated with him, and losing the dressing room is two different things, in my view.
He said it feels, basically Matthew says that he feels it's more and more every week now that it feels like this. And then he says, it's a great show. And Matthew's, of course, posty Matt. So let me know, Matt, got your shorts on yet? And he says it makes his mornings fly by. Brady and Moyes out.
Brady and Moyes out.
Lee Thomas Anderson.
Oh.
As Moyes found another player to bully now that Ben Rama seems to be beating him. Looks like he is now picking on Skamaka. Players like Vlasic and Crow and Downs have all fallen victim at some time. He's definitely turning from Moyes to a cancer. Moyes out, Brady out.
Moyes out, Brady out, everyone out.
Yeah. There you go. I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure about that.
I don't. I listen to that. That doesn't mean anything.
Yeah. Well, it's.
I'm going to have to listen
I
to
don't
it
know
now.
if he's picking on Skamaka or not. I think he just don't rate him, to be fair, Lee. He don't. Evening Gent says, Joe Cruzel.
Oh, Joe.
Our listener with a Z. I thought Villa were a bit passive, like their season's already over. Well, they're not going up and they're not going down, Joe, are they?
No.
He said, we had some better performances. Emery made the first changes, though, to tweak the game when we were on top. And Moyes just sat on his hands and didn't have the bottle to have a go. Joe then rightly points out even Rice is looking like he's losing interest and lacklustre performance.
Yeah.
Finished the game without a striker on a pitch in a game we needed to win. Gutless from Moyes.
Got cowardly.
Is the poison dwarf laughing at us? I don't
Yes.
think he is, actually.
I think he is.
No.
He's a piss taker, the little fucker.
No.
He is.
If only
In
you
my
knew.
opinion.
If only you knew.
What do you mean if only I knew?
Well, I think he does take it very personally.
Yeah, he might do, but don't stop him taking the piss out of the fans.
No. I think he cares what the fans think. We talked about this the other week.
Right, next up, Shane, ring that bell. Evening, Jess says, long time listener. He's a virgin.
I thought I'd never heard of him.
Yeah, welcome,
pop
Shane,
cherry.
to the club. So,
Let's see how good his question
let's
is.
see. We shall
Big
now
build-up.
christen you Walney. So,
Horny Bell.
well, Shane, I was thinking, actually.
Oh, okay. It
was
must be
either that-
something better with Bell.
Well,
And what's his name?
I didn't want to go, I was going to call him Alan Ladd. But you got to really know what I'm talking about there. Because I'm pretty sure I'm right that it was Alan Ladd. That was one of my favourite films as a kid.
You've got much more scope with Bell.
Yeah, I know, but I didn't want to be cruel to him. He probably had it all as a kid, didn't he?
What?
Well, looking at his head. Anyway, it's his first time. We want him to come back for a second. Let's go easy on him. He said he loves the podcast, by the way, and he was at the Graham Sunday, and the atmosphere was not great.
No, it never is.
What do you think is the reason? Shane, we've been bloody going on forever,
Yeah.
and you want us to tell you what we think the reason is. How can we sort it out?
We can't now, mate. It had to be done at the centre when we bought the tickets. They didn't care.
I think actually Chris Mills. If you look at Chris Mills on Twitter,
Yeah.
and every now and again, when people discuss the stadium, he puts up his
That image of the
CGI.
Stratum thing.
And there's a bit of me that thinks, well, and it's not a backwards move, but actually, with scaffolding, you can do anything.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah,
Sort of stadium.
And what's more,
they could actually, because the lower tier, they could dismantle the lower tier properly,
yeah,
and rebuild the scaffolding
yeah.
to make it all continuous.
And I don't think people worry too much about the rake either.
No.
Once
But
they know they're
just to be
standing.
clear, right?
Yeah.
A lot of that scaffolding went when they rebuilt the.
No, but he's talking about the temporary standing. All the lower tier. Is temporary.
It all got changed. It's not scaffolding anymore.
What is it then, Sean?
It's a lightweight material.
No, but they could remove it, Sean.
It's
and put
movable.
in scaffolding.
Hang on.
Okay, well,
It
it doesn't matter. We just call it scaffolding, don't we?
All right. Well,
Because that's what scaffolding does. It
just
doesn't stay there like the
They've just
building.
spent 11 or 14 million on the West Stand.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it
They
still
And
looks
it's still
fucking
not very
shit.
good.
just
Now,
saying.
I would say, following on from the Chris Mills approach with the straight and stand, that would have always been, because obviously we've been doing it all for the Olympics. Our recommendation would have been, and it would have been a lot of people's, with one of the stands, and I would have suggested what then become the Billy Bonds lower. All you had to do was call that the chicken run, right? And then you know exactly the type of person would want to go there. That's what you would do with the Bobby Moore and the Trevor Brooking. But they didn't do it that way because they let people choose where they wanted to. to go without them having any experience of what it was like at Upton Park. But you call things like the chicken run, you pushed that right up, you made the old-fashioned chicken run, and then you made the road behind it, the service road, which is in the concourse. If you done pop-up shops that were like in Barking Road, so you literally recreated the chicken run and the Barking Road there. Anyone who had been there previously would know exactly what to expect. Thus, you'd get everyone you wanted in the right places. But they didn't do it like that. And they don't want to do things like that because they had no intention of making it like the old place, because they want to make their own new sanitised West Ham Mark II. And it's exactly what it looks like. Full of tourists, full of part-timers, because you're arrogant enough to think it won't backfire. And guess what? It's all falling apart. So that's how we are. I think you should call him Tinker, as in Tinkerbell.
Tinkerbell.
Shane's had more nicknames now. So anyway,
old Shane.
Thanks a lot, Shane. I'll tell you what, I'll let you choose, Shane. So if you come back next week and you ask a question, I want to say, so we've got Alan Ladd, we've got Warney,
Must
and
be
we've
an
got
alphabet.
Tinker.
Or school. Ding dong.
Ding dong. Ding dong. Or ding king dong.
Ding dong bell.
Yeah. Anyway, next up, Tom Devlin. He is the Devlin in disguise. Oh, yes, he is. Evening, gents, he says. That's my always impression. Question regarding the stadium. I regularly sit there at games, don't we all, mate? And I think, how would I like to improve the stadium? Because I still haven't taken to it and probably never will in its current form. He's asked the same question. If you could do one thing to make it better, what would it be? He's then gone. Dig the pitch lower so seating can be brought forward, a bit like what Barcelona
Don't have to
did.
do. Just move it forward. The people there won't care about the rake. Make it lopsided. That's something else they didn't want to do.
He also's got an FOI for you, Sean.
Go on.
Right? And it might be worth asking. As for the security checks, is there any data showing people found with anything on them, like weapons, that warrant it being even there?
That's a good.
Let's be
FOI.
honest.
I've
If you
got a
really
few
wanted to
FOI.
get something past, you would just give it to your kid to walk straight.
Well,
in.
do you know what? They say that, but I know Finley's getting a bit older now. They always check him.
Yeah.
And I said, ooh, you're supposed to check 16-year-olds. He went, yes, we're supposed to check children too with the wands.
Oh.
So I went, they tend to make it up. As someone said on Twitter, and I probably shouldn't say this, but we've only got 8 listeners. They usually wait 5 minutes before kickoff and let everyone through, which I've heard a few times.
Yeah. Or put it in your coat, take your coat
someone
off.
said, if you're a murderer or a terrorist, you just have to be patient.
Yeah. Or just put whatever you got in your coat, but take your coat off and hold your coat in your hand. And when you walk up to them, hold your arms out like you're Jesus. They'll wand you back. They don't ever wand your coat in your hand. And in you go. There you go. Job done. There's a way to beat these. The only thing is, walking around the stadium, because I park one side of the stadium and have to come round to the other, it's quicker for me to go through be searched, walk round, and then walk back out. So this was 2 hours before kickoff, and you look and you see that there's 5 rows on that bridge that we walk across for security. Each had 4 people standing in, and you're thinking, this is why you make no money. Why you got all these stewards standing there doing this? You don't get this at any other football ground. You don't. It's madness.
Yeah.
Anyway, in regards what I'd do, the best thing to do is to sell it off for flats. Sell the land off for flats and build a new football stadium in the Olympic Park. Job done. Proper football stadium. 50,000. No more. Conventional with 4 straight sides. Don't need to fill corners in or whatever. Have defined stands. like a traditional football club?
Ain't gonna happen.
No, of course it ain't going to
Oh,
happen.
we know that.
But that ain't the question. is it?
Yeah.
But you
But
say it
don't-
ain't going to happen. Who, you know?
Because none of the people, even Kredinsky,
Espanyol went into the only
Kredinsky
lasted
is more
20
likely
years.
to buy the park as an investment.
I'm not
than
saying
anything
about
else.
Kretinsky. I'm saying
Don't-
anyone, Sean.
Or anyone. They ain't going to
Don't-
knock it down. That's not where you get profit from. You're thinking with your
Hold
heart.
up,
not
Sean.
your head.
Listen, yeah. Who would have thought Espanyol would leave the stadium they got given, the Barcelona Olympic
Yeah,
Stadium?
but you're missing the point.
No, I'm not missing a point because
You
I
are
know
missing
all
the
about
point.
the mathematics, Sean. And what I'm saying is, in the future, you do not know what's going to happen. If this club
With new
sinks
owners.
and falls,
Yeah.
and crumbles, and people realise the stadium, not this ownership, a different ownership,
Yeah.
may look at it and think, we need to get out of here.
Yeah.
I
Yeah?
don't think they will.
Because-
I think most potential buyers see the London Stadium as a positive.
How, Sean? Because
Kredinsky
hold
will-
up, any
Because they
new
don't
owner,
have to
Sean,
go. They sit in the
Sean,
bloody break.
any new owner will have to do their due diligence with the fan base. I believe they will then find out how successful the move's been and what people think
Well,
of
do
it.
you know what? Right. And I'll say it again because I know everyone gets bored of it. If we were winning, we were watching good football, we wouldn't give a
Next up question. I'm in charge of the buttons tonight. Tom, we've done. Sorry, thanks for that, Tom. Anyway, and I'm gathering, Sean, you will do the FOI on.
Yeah,
Oh,
well,
of course
it's
you will.
It's a good
There you go,
FOI.
thanks for that. Dingaling's up.
Really?
We've had Ring a Bell or Ding a Dong or whatever we called him.
Ding
Now we've
Dong
got
Bell.
Ding Dong Bell. Now we've got Ding-a-ling. He says, evening, gentlemen. And then he put in
Evening
brackets.
dinger.
And Sean. Any particular reason why the Bald Stooge has gone into full bald bum kissing overdrive mode on Twitter recently?
He's only got one gear, dinger.
Yeah. And
What
it's
do you mean? Give me an example.
Oh, P1
Oh,
travel.
yeah, the P1
So we've
business.
done
You
it.
wouldn't let me talk about that.
No, you're right.
No, because you've done it.
But he's read it on
Didn't.
Twitter, Sean. You did. You fucking.
No, I didn't talk about it.
No,
No,
but you
we
shut
didn't
me
let
down.
you. We don't want you to.
He's
Right,
talking
fine.
about you on Twitter. He says, listen,
Go
yeah,
on.
any reason why the Bald Stooge has gone into full bald bum kissing overdrive mode on Twitter recently? That's you.
Context. If you're not going to
Yeah.
let me hear myself out to defend myself, then there's no point. There's no point in
He
talking
said it's
about it.
embarrassing. You're embarrassing. It seems like he gets a kick out of trying to wind up the loyal but rightfully disgruntled fan. He does, actually.
Yeah, he does. He loves it.
At any given opportunity right now. And I can't understand why. We gave up trying to understand why. Got to be honest here. As much as he does a good job of presenting and hosting the show, if it wasn't for the rest of the fellas, I wouldn't bother listening. What an embarrassment. He's not your fan, Sean, to be fair. He said, I hope you pulled your pants back up after purchasing that amazing value pie and pint yesterday. Oh, yeah. Well, I don't know what you was doing with that, but anyway. And
Did
I
you
hope
buy
your
one,
bottom-
Sean?
I bought a pint. I didn't have any time to get. Finley got the new salt beef bagel without bagel.
But it ain't a bagel then, is it, you fucking
it's a
idiot?
brioche roll.
Right. That's just what we want at the London
So,
Stadium. We're texting the right
£9.50.
clientele, innit? And there was you promoting it.
Tastes all right, actually.
You didn't pull it apart, did you?
I hope so for that, man.
Yeah, of course I pulled it apart.
He said, I hope your bottom wasn't too sore so you could take your seat when he stands up, actually, Dinger. Must be a nightmare having Sullivan's fist up there controlling your every move. West Ham's answer to the Sooty and Sweep show springs to mind. Brady, Sully, Moyes and Sean out.
Everyone out.
Dear, oh dear. Next up, Neil Eddie the Eagle says, evening, chaps. Skamaka. What is it with the club and centre forwards?
Yeah.
When was the last time we bought a striker who actually stayed for a few years and consistently scored a decent number of goals over a good few seasons?
Pop
He's-
Robson.
Well, Bobby Zamori's gone. Bob did all right. My mate Bob, as we've just heard.
Yeah.
Dean
he
Ashton.
did, actually. I was thinking Dino, but he didn't really because the injury could tell.
No, yeah. Not even Craig Bellamy.
No.
He does ask. He says, how can a club our size have such a god-awful record in such a key position? It does make you wonder. What did you make of the host and pundit commentator boycott match of the day?
Loved it.
And given the number of names being asked to step in, did any esteemed Wardens podcast gang turn down the pundit role match of the day? Viewing
turned down
figures
Talk TV.
would have been through the roof watching Len Feuerbach coldly approach the Moyes and Nigel telling West Ham fans to keep calm and carry on, even if we're relegated. Cheers. Oh, that's quite true.
Any solution with less people is a right goer for me.
I think, actually, I didn't watch it, but that's because I took David Altsig home all the way to Chelsea rather than stick him on a train.
What? You took him there?
What?
Where did you take him?
No, we went out for a meal. He came to the house. He came in the
Ah,
shed.
right. I thought you were talking
Yeah.
on.
No,
after
Saturday
the
night.
game.
I missed match of the day.
I thought you went back with John Ratomski.
Yeah, he went to Manchester. No, after the game, after the meal
right.
we had, after we went out for a meal that he kindly bought, I felt obliged to drive him all the way home to Chelsea. Well, where he's staying.
Well, Parsons Green.
Fucking hell.
He's Chelsea, yeah.
Is it? Parsons Green's not Chelsea.
Fulham.
It was Chelsea.
Yeah, Borough and Chelsea.
Yeah.
Not Chelsea in mine.
Well, luckily, I'm good at geography. And I was there today because I sort of work in the area as well. And it's the border between Chelsea and Fulham.
Oh, it's more Hammersmith, I would say.
But it's in the borough of Hammersmith and Fulham, I'll give you that. But Manor Park's nearer Ilford. Ilford's in Redbridge, but Manor Park's in Newham. So
I'm going to look it up.
look it up.
I kind of know it's in Fulham. My agent used to live like.
Well, it's Chelsea's to the north of it, Fulham's to the south of it. Parsons Green's in the middle.
Yeah, I suppose
You're right.
it is.
It's more
Thank you.
Fulham than Chelsea.
So, see, now you've made me lose my place.
I don't
Right,
quite remember
right.
who asked the question.
Okay, all right, match of the
How
day.
long have we been recording?
So anyway, match of the day. I make Gary Lineker. I don't agree with what he said anyway, but I think he had every right to say it on Twitter. People can't sack me for what I say on Twitter. So why
No, but
should
you
they?
don't work for the fucking BBC.
That
and
don't
make
matter.
it bullet-
Working for the BBC.
No,
He's a freelancer.
no, that
So-
don't make any difference.
It
I
does
spent
make
my life being a
difference.
freelancer.
Yeah. So he can use his own
No,
Twitter
he
account.
can't.
Well,
no,
then
I want no.
bad on the BBC then. What he should do then is on his Twitter account he should write BT Sport Pundit and said I didn't say it with my BBC hat on. I said it with my BT Sport Pundit hat on, and they're entitled me. They've allowed me to say it. It's stupid. The BBC backs himself into the corner, and I say well done to everybody for sticking up for him. Like it or like it. Match of the day. Personally, I'd rather have Gary Lineker and one other.
You know,
And I'd rather they
No
spent-
one. I don't want anyone.
No, I don't
like
want-
any people.
Yeah.
we don't like people.
Especially fucking virtual signatures.
mate,
Yeah,
he's all right.
fucking
You've just got to
wankers.
ignore him. I don't agree with what he said, but I'll defend his right to say it.
I played golf with Gary Lineker twice.
Yeah, you did say.
Did you?
And Wayne.
Yeah, way more than twice. He's been my
Yeah.
golfing partner.
Who'd have thought Gary would get in trouble before Wayne? Dear. There's a man having fun. Evening,
Yeah.
gents, says Ian Gravitt. Well, that was a Moyes masterstroke, wasn't it? He's now blaming Skamaka instead of his usual martyr Ben Rama. Disgusting way of treating the player. Scored 3 and 3 in the season, then dropped him in the 4th game. Well, it was I think people are hung up on Skamaka. He ain't that great, people. Now, according to Mr. Irwin Games, his contribution is lacking. He should have been sacked after the game. Oh, just little spiv dwarf is going to let him leave us in financial troubles he did with Birmingham City as a parting gift. Ian's not happy.
Yeah, I think he's right.
John Bish, evening chaps. Yesterday, was a draw the worst possible result? He said, well, we needed to win and the 3 points, but failed to achieve that. However, he says, had we lost, certainly a similar manner to the bottom result, surely Moyes would have been sacked.
Yeah.
That's the worst bit about it, it would have been. A draw,
We
though.
never know, will we?
No, we won't. Moyes clings on.
We won't.
Bare minimum is achieved again, and poor performances will continue.
Moyes out.
Oh, with the Man City game postponed, and we've not got a game to April, it feels like would have been a good opportunity to get him gone and fresh coach in. Brady out.
Radio.
Hey, Sean.
Hey.
Reeton, lads. Aye. It's a 9 wins in Premier League in last 12 months. 7 at home, 2 away. Sounds like us under Harry Redknapp, people. Now, the only teams we've beaten are Villa, Everton twice each, Norwich, Wolves, Fulham, Bournemouth, Forest. It says that, gentleman, is relegation form. Though, Sean, 3 9s give me 27. Yeah? How many draws have we had? Because we've had 6. Or, no, because my maths ain't that good. How many do we need? Hold up. Bear with me, people, 27. So if we've drawn 9... then that gives us enough points to stay up. So it ain't relegation. But it's close to it. It's not good. I'm not defending it, just saying. And Moyes apparently writing in Sunday's programme said, I've never found negativity to help any team.
He's right there.
Why is he fucking so negative then?
I don't know. That's a good... And he's right there. He's right there, Sean.
You.
Yeah.
He's talking about you.
So...
I don't pick the fucking team.
Well, you booed
He's negative.
him.
I didn't boo him. I wasn't even fucking there to boo him.
Right, he was getting the train.
Were
Right.
you booing?
Questions.
I've never ever booed.
Questions.
I wouldn't even
Michael,
fucking
did
bother
you boo
booing
on
him.
Sunday.
No, I didn't boo. I was quite happy with a point. Yeah. One for Sean, no Googling.
Go on.
Who was the last player to score a European hat-trick for us?
I don't know. Jeff Hurst.
There you go. No Googling. Well done. Does anyone actually believe we'll stay up? If so, please tell me what you are smoking.
Well, do that little website and you'll find out. 14th, I've just done it.
They're not mutually exclusive anyway. You can think you're going to get relegated and still smoke dope.
Well, question 1, I think, is David Cross.
Definitely.
Then
cooks a mean beef stroganoff.
2, yes, I believe we'll stay up. When I used to smoke, it was either 20 Silk Cut or a White Widow. And can Sean confirm that his senior source still hasn't identified a replacement for Foyes?
I can confirm that.
There you go. Thanks a lot.
I won't tell everyone, but I'll tell AI Sean. Yeah. Going back to number 1, I didn't want Antonio to get a hat-trick the other day. Because Cossey's my mate and Antonio's a wanker. And it's simple as that. I want my mates to have the records. I'm an arsehole like that. Tell yourself fucking survey the times.
Yeah.
I like Cossey. He deserves a record. Not fucking Antonio.
Well, Antonio's got a record.
Can't fucking compare him. He'd done it all that goal scoring in one season. This is his third.
This
European
is the annoying
campaign.
thing. You know, they say, we got to treat him special because he's got, he's our record goal scorer. And you think, actually, how many players have scored more goals for West Ham than Antonio?
Fucking loads.
That's the point, isn't it? Because apparently football restarted in 1992.
Yeah.
You know?
Oof. Great little quote from David Moyes.
Great. Come on, piss us off again. Come on.
Well, he was asked whether he was going to avoid relegation, and Moyes said, I hope so. That's the plan. My plan when I came here was to make sure we got the team in the top half of the table regularly. 6th or 7th was great. A fantastic achievement, I think, in the 2 years. My plan is not to come back and taking a team outside of the bottom 3 or bottom 4. The plan was to be much higher, but we've been here at another club, he's talking about Everton, where sometimes you have a good season and sometimes a bad one. This is his excuse. We've been looking at the Premier League this year, and who would have betted Arsenal would be top of the league? If you look how well Brentford are doing and Brighton and Fulham, maybe a lot of people wouldn't have said that easy either. So everything can change.
Well, they've all taken points of us, which is a good start.
The Premier League has got a league now where you never know what's going to happen. If things don't go quite right, you get a few injuries or just you don't start well, you'll be chasing it. I'm hoping all the experience I've got can help in some way. But ultimately, you'll love this, I need the players to be playing really well. I think we've got really good players, and I think the players can play better than they're showing at the moment. Oh, my God.
It's fucking never his fault, is it?
Yeah. Wow.
Good God.
He can't help
Boys
himself.
out. No, I know he can't help himself. This is what I'm saying. The more they open their mouths, less it feels like
More
West
he
Ham.
loses me.
Yeah.
All right. Seaman Staines, Andrew is up. He says, is it time to drop Rice, even a back three, or drop him to the bench? Everything go. That's the point. He made a good point there. At the end of the day, he did start off, he was going to be a centre half.
Who?
Rice.
Yeah.
Why not?
Some people think he'll go back to being a centre half
Yeah.
when he moves. He goes to Arsenal, they reckon.
Yeah, put him there. Put him there. You can play Paqueta and Souček, Rice in the middle of a three. Agard and Zuma either side of him. There you go.
Yeah, because
He says our forwards are static as they know the ball's just not going to go forward because Rice is passing sideways.
yeah.
Moyes during COVID period used Lingard to run at defences. However, at the start of the following season, teams saw we had no threat and our slow fall down the league has started. We got, and this is a good point. Slow-paced midfielders with no forward momentum.
Yep.
Time for a change. Ponderous team. He's had enough.
He's right.
Yeah. Next up, fast becoming my favourite, I must admit.
Who could this be?
It's the Devin Sir Dukes of Hazzard Senior. Howdy, gents. I saw a computer ranking last night predict 12 or 13 finish. Rubbish, he said. Hee-haw. Possible. What that finish scene from
Fucking hell is
Moyes.
this?
That's Devin Dukes.
Oh,
of
Tom.
Hazzard, Senior from South Carolina.
Jesus Christ.
There you go. He said, right, I'll do that in English for the people who couldn't understand my fantastic American accent. He said he saw a computer ranking thing last night that predicted we'd finish 12th or 13th. It's probably from Sean. Rubbish, he says. Possible. Would that finish save the job for Moyes? Well, it looks like.
If anything can fucking save the job for Moyes, Devin.
Next up, it's a man whose name you'd think you shouldn't want him to cook your burger for you. It's Darren McBurney. Evening, gents. He said, I thought I'd lighten the mood for you all. All right, which is good. He said, if you could relive any 5 minutes of your West Ham-related life, what would you pick? Brady out.
Brady out.
And he did say, can we have Angry Len back tonight? But you've had him.
Oh,
5 minutes
hard to
of
avoid
your
him.
West Ham life. I'm putting you in the TARDIS now.
The FA Cup parade, Stratford High Road.
All right. 1980.
Yeah.
Sean, you got 5 minutes?
Oh, I don't know. Do you know what? I'm Villa Park. That 5 minutes when we know we've got into the FA Cup final.
All right. Do you know, for a
Fucking
minute
hell,
there,
Sean.
I thought you was going to go Villa Park singing Billy Bonds' Carrot Army.
Yeah.
Well, do you know what? I have a really bad memory, so
Yeah,
it's
I
all
did
about-
one.
John, I take it you didn't
do.
support West Ham in 1980 then?
Yeah, I did. Yeah,
Didn't you go
me
to the
and John
parade?
used to go to a lot of the games on the South.
They
Bank.
didn't drive through
Not
something.
in 1980, you never.
No,
surely.
not 90. Probably. Well, I was too young.
But did your dad take you to the parade?
No.
In Surrey, aren't they?
Sorry. So no.
The fucking parade.
do
You
know
must have
what?
had an inkling it wasn't going to happen too often.
Jay.
I was young.
Fucking hell, he's...
And this is the thing, yeah? So 75 or 80,
yeah.
never saw the parade.
Didn't you?
No. But...
Just me.
Hold up, I'll caveat, and this thing, it still grinds me, is that,
How was your brother's birthday,
yeah,
wasn't
it
it?
was my brother's birthday, and we had to go to them in, and not only that is, we had to go really early, because of where we lived, they were shutting all the roads. So the parade would go past, literally round the corner from where I live. We live just off the Barking Road. So my mum said we got to leave early. So we had to be on
Anyway, how old were you? I was only 12 in 19.
8.
I was 10.
And
I took photos in my Spider-Man Instamatic. And a couple of years ago, I showed them to Parksy. A lot of them were Parksy. That was
And
a
I
nice
must
day.
admit,
That
at
was.
12, I wasn't really into West Ham. My dad
Oh,
was into West Ham.
fucking
He
hell,
made
son.
me into West Ham. But
I'd done
didn't-
6 years by then.
Well, so had I. I've been taken to West Ham, but West Ham wasn't my love. It was my dad's love. And I didn't really get the bug until I was like...
No, I'd done
bit
6
like
years
Henry.
full on, Sean. I'd
Yeah,
already, by the age of 12,
maybe. So I didn't get full on till
I've been to Wembley.
Yeah. Well, I'd been to games, but I didn't really get the bug till I was about 14, 15. I didn't really get it. Right?
Fucking Johnny come lately, like I always
You
thought.
two don't know what you missed that day.
Oh, no.
Oh. Never see it again. You can fucking stick your Europa League up your arse. You're not Europa League. You're
Well, where do they? And this is the thing that worries me. I hope this thing that they go back to the town hall.
But the same route.
Yeah. Well, anyway, let's crack on because we've still got a few. My 5 minutes would be when I'm holding Billy Bonds' hand in a tunnel.
Not bad.
That would be. Just,
Yeah, but we're not really allowed to talk about that. Court injunctions and everything.
And I would just the sight as I walked out. Of the ground.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that'll do me.
Maybe Sean's is the first taste of Sullivan's arsehole.
Piss off.
With the club's history of tickets being sold without us knowing who the opposition will be, do you think the club will be asking for season ticket payments for next year without us knowing what league we'll be in? Says
Sure.
Marion Williams.
100%.
Do you reckon, Sean? Do you
Yeah.
reckon they'll go for it?
Yeah.
That's a dangerous game to play. He said he saw the Stooge on Saturday,
Oh, I didn't see it.
but I think it was Sunday, to be fair.
Oh, you know we're fucking near him.
But
That's
he
how
ignored
big you
me.
are,
He was
Sean.
more interested in stuffing his face.
Yeah.
Didn't see him.
He said, I did see Dodsey as well, who's now so famous he's allegedly writing a book.
I did see. Dodsey came over to see me.
Listen, if he's writing a book, I pity the ghostwriter that's got to correct his grammar.
Why didn't he
Anyway,
come to the social club?
I don't know, mate. I don't know.
He never does.
He says, I hope he hasn't used Matt Hancock's ghostwriter. The price of tickets for the European game put me off buying my seat. Adding that I'm also off to Belfast the morning after the game, so should I buy a ticket and go to the game? If you want one for free, mate, let me know. You can have my one. But you got to sit next to me, Yank friend. That's part of the deal. Peter Mulholland Drive. He said, I've seen someone slag off the stadium saying it's the worst for away fans in the Premier League.
Yeah.
His name was Gary Swain from Aston Villa.
One
Is
of his
it?
Kenny Swains.
Well, I did check and I couldn't work it out. Obviously, Kenny Swain, I think it was Chelsea first, then Villa, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He said, and what are your worst away grounds? He then questions, is it really? He said, P.S. though.
Yeah.
Last week's comment, my mate's had a mare since I signed him up the Betway. Couldn't use that, didn't like it. It is the worst for away fans because it's disjointed, Pete.
Yeah.
So generally, and this is what happens because I get to hear it.
Sorry, which one are you saying is your worst away ground?
No, we're talking about the London
For away
Stadium.
fans, it's the
Oh,
worst.
right, okay.
London Stadium. Basically, the away fans upstairs generally are singing a different song to the away fans downstairs. You only ever get that at the London Stadium. Now, it depends where you are, my worst. And Crystal Palace can be brilliant.
Do you know, I'm going to say, is that the same thing?
Right. But if you're at the back,
Or behind the fucking pole,
yeah, fucking hell.
with your fucking quid off, you can't see anything.
Yeah, it is. It is. So if you're down the front or in front of the
One of
post,
the best.
it is because the atmosphere is fantastic.
Yeah.
but
It's got a corrugated iron steel roof.
I was back row once, and do you know what I think would help at Palace? They put that walkway in for the TV cameras. Fuck that off. That's
Yeah.
what's made it worse. They
Yeah.
moved the cameras underneath the roof. They put a walkway in, obviously, so they can walk to the centre.
Yeah.
And you can't see below the walkway, so you just see the 2 goals.
Yeah.
If you're at the back, you can only see the goal up at the Sainsbury's end. You can't see the Holmesdale goal.
Not a very good place for the disabled section, and also behind the fucking.
Yeah.
Ah,
So
but it's good.
that's the ones. Andy Farrell, what would your plan be to keep us up if you were the manager? He says he always listens here from Madrid. From Madrid.
It's just easy. Swap out Souček's role. I've got nothing too much against Souček. It's his fucking role superfluous. Put someone closer to the striker. That's all you need to do. All you need to do. I don't think there's much wrong with the player performances, how we're playing. Fucking, it's so cautious, unnecessary. You got to think the geezer that is going to be under the most pressure if you do that is Declan Rice. We call him £100 million fucking player, and you want to pay someone next to him who don't contribute and he wants to pass sideways to. Pass the ball forward. Get more people in the box. Get more crosses in the box. We'd never be in trouble. Play like the other 19 teams do. We'll be anywhere near trouble.
4-4-2. Bang.
Yeah.
Done. That's what I do.
That's what it is.
4-4-2.
It's the same thing.
Yeah. 4-4-2 gives you because we got a problem out wide. Their cross. There's an example. Their cross comes from out wide. Kevin's got no one in front of him. He's out of position. If you had 4-4-2, a proper 4-4-2, then the right winger would have been tracking back.
Yeah.
But because we play narrow 4-3-3, don't work.
So many options with 4-4-2 as well.
Yeah. Oh,
I mean,
Michael Evans, sorry, we've got to crack on. What the fuck was Ian Bill tweeting about after the game?
Oh, you have to narrow it down. What did he say? This? Oh, not to respect the point. Probably.
No, fucking, it's all shit. Next up, Paul Noland. I tried to ignore him, Mike, to be fair. Mr. Noland says...
Yeah, I've got to be honest, he's probably my favourite Twitter account in some ways.
All right.
Because he's just kind of entertaining. You think, what's he going to say?
Oh, well, I don't know about that. Beep, beep, he said, I'm beginning to think Moyes really doesn't know what he's doing. He's beginning to think it. And the substitutions were strange to say the least. Scamacca is going to be Alamart too.
Yeah.
Question, if we go down realistically, how many of the squad will say? I'm saying not many. I think I named 7 Sunday. I think we had a discussion in the ground. I think I'll go. Bowen will stay. Antonio will stay.
Bowen will stay. You're having a bubble bath.
I think Ben Rama will stay. I think Souček can stay.
I don't want him.
Johnson will stay. I don't know about a Gerd, but Ogbonna should stay. Creswell would stay. Fabianski would stay. You know, so
None of them stay.
So there you go.
None of them.
He says so. We'll probably end up with loan signings and journeymen at the Bowl. He said the Bowl got a good slagging off on social media from Villa fans. He said, but of course I agree. But bizarre myself, fan wanted to defend the Bowl. Never. That is fucking mad. 2 other quick ones. See, Sean's trying to say the catering is not that overpriced. Well, at the North Oxfordshire Secret Drinking Den, we got 4 breakfasts and copious amounts of beer for 20 notes. Now, that is a bargain.
The point
the
I
North
was
Oxfordshire
making,
Secret Drinking Den,
the point I was
we
making
think
is
called the Moon, is it not, Stepney?
yeah.
The Half
Point I was
Moon.
making is a pie. The Sun and other people had said the dearest in Premier League at £6. It's £4.85.
Well, that makes
not
it,
saying
yeah.
that's expensive, but it's not £6.
No.
And beer is not £7.60 because some.
yes, it
Yeah,
is.
but Sean, you
No, it's
not.
not.
It is,
The
Sean. You
top one
not
is.
defend the wrong things, though.
Well, I just like accuracy, and that's
What
wrong.
accuracy about the price of pies and that, Sean?
Yeah.
Oh,
I tell you what, the cheapest thing to buy is a pie at £4 set.
Are you choking, Sean?
yeah, it's gone.
You all right?
Sorry?
I didn't mute you there.
Connected.
Oh, I think.
There's cost of living crisis going on, mate. Did you not know? Did you not read about it?
Right, next. Brady Sullivan Moyes out.
Brady Sullivan Moyes
There
out.
you go. He said Dodsley's been selling signed copies of his photos from Larnaca.
There he is.
He said, think I knew him when Marion Williams was more famous. He says, I'm looking forward to sitting where I want on Thursday. Give me a wave.
What the fuck?
Sean, what are you doing?
Sorry.
Fuck.
Just doing a bit of hoovering.
Fucking piss off. And
He's unbelievable.
I've muted him now.
Yeah.
What the?
Yeah. The moment you start talking
Yeah.
about the fucking ball, he'd stop that hoovering and be back on the mic.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Evening, it's Super Chrissy Mills. Last one for the night. We have got to call it a night. It says, evening, gents. Another match, another team there for the taking. He's got 2 points dropped because of Moyes yet again. I'm starting to think they're not sacking him and getting relegated. It's going to be Sullivan's last spiteful departing gift as a fuck you to the fans.
LC. I agree.
He said it'll go with his everlasting legacy of taking us to Stratford shithole.
Yeah.
Chris, do you not know, see it how I now see it, is that it'll do more damage to him for us to go down. It will do more damage to him than it ever will to us to go down. Question.
Ray.
Is Sean sponsored by Delaware North to advertise their overpriced crap and embarrassingly try to get it on Footy Scran? What's Footy Scran?
It's
But
where
you don't
they
know
show
what
the
footy scran is?
shit food at football matches that you'd never
Yeah.
buy.
That's right.
All the good stuff.
Are you trying to get them to retweet your fucking
They
shit?
have done in the past.
Oh, I'll give it a rest. Oh,
AI Sean loves a bit of footy screen.
what
He
would
does.
be your price for completely selling out your soul to a company like that? And what do you think tastes
It's
worse?
free, he'd do it for.
It says Sullivan's arse for that donor burger.
I've seen it.
It seems only Sean can really give the
He's
definitive
never
answer.
to be fair, he's never tried the donut burger.
Oh dear.
Do you know what? When I was on the SAB, we did actually do Delaware North tasting where we
Not
ate
me.
the pies. Did you not?
No, not me.
And we went around and tried the beers and
Sean, that was the Matchday Stadium group. You remember?
Yeah, it was.
I wanted no part of that.
yeah, true. But do you know what? I did meet the general manager, and they're okay guys. I think
Oh,
they're
fuck off,
overpriced
Sean.
stuff. They're okay guys. As people, they're okay guys.
Fuck off.
I tell you, your version of fucking okay. Oh dear.
Oh
Not
god.
over yet.
Right. No. So here we go. Because after the nose powdering events at the Forest game, says Mark Reaper on Twitter, or Kevin, as we like to call him, are there any plans to name the Billy Bond stand to the Narcos stand and get it sponsored by the Medellin cartel to boost the transfer kitty? Senior Sauce, do your job and sack Moyes now. Moyes out, Brady out, Dwarf out.
Everyone out.
He wants you out, Sean.
Oh, thanks.
You're welcome.
I'm glad I stayed for 3.5 hours for this.
Thank you. It's good to have you back. We missed
It's
you
the
last
highlight
week.
of my week.
Jesus.
This is the only interaction I need. I mean, Dodsley talks about going to the Olympic Stadium. I don't need that.
Yeah.
I've got this. This is much better.
Smithy59, who was
You
once...
just said that was the last one.
No, it was once my
You
manager.
lied.
Yeah, it was once my manager at work. All right, Dave. Which was, I made such an impression that when I told him he was my manager at work, he never remembered me. But anyway, he was my manager at work at one point. I just wonder if there's a clause in DM's contracts being sacked if we're in the bottom of the league. Sean, was there any
No.
of that been rumoured?
No.
We start at the bottom of the league because we're W.
Yeah. So there's no clause. If he's in the bottom three, we can sack him without. I mean, he can get sacked at any time, innit? Basically, but
Yeah.
it's just no clause. All right. Last one, and this is last, but I will.
Make it a good one.
He's here every week. So you got to be asking him. And it's Dan, 31, 60, 43, 40.
Oh.
And he's been so patient. He's 6H. He said, has Sean worn that Paqueta shirt he won yet? I like to
Have you,
think,
Sean?
what's he talking about? And then I remembered. Did you not win the Paqueta shirt, Sean?
No, I did not.
Did you know what he's
No,
talking
it
about?
was the
I know
other sex
some-
pest that won the Paqueta Show. Yeah.
Yes, that's sort of a great reality. Why do so many people get worried about relegation? Archaic football with a manager and owner at the match, combined with the Chernobyl of stadiums. West Ham died, and this Phoenix club started
Yeah.
in 2016. It's over for me.
Yeah.
Brady out.
Brady out.
Few more
He's
stickers
nailed it.
up around the stadium. If you see people
Fantastic.
in the
At
cars.
times, Brady can be quite helpful, actually.
Oh, fuck
Yeah,
off, Sean.
piss off.
I think she's misunderstood by you two guys.
Yeah.
If we all sat in a room, all four of us, we had a
Yeah.
good old talk.
Yeah.
I think we could work things out.
Yeah.
You, me, Brady.
So
and...
I've been in the room with her
I know you have.
more than once.
I know you have. I was
I'd
there
never
for one
get
of
in the
them
room with
occasions.
her.
Why not?
There was one time you weren't in the room, and Ali had to
know.
hold my hand.
I know, I've
From
heard.
fucking
Yeah.
thumping the desk. Still,
She's ruined my club, Sean.
Yeah.
I don't have much enough. That was my football club. So she come out with this talking about the shit about David Moyes to some tit who asked her the question because it was National Women's Day or
Yeah, I
something
don't think
Women's
she
Day.
should have spoken about that.
Saying, "Oh, he's just as passionate as us and the fans. How fucking dare you?"
She doesn't
compare
really like
any
football.
passion.
She doesn't
No, of
really
course
like
you don't.
football, as you know.
Never understand it. How can you possibly?
And she
as-
doesn't have to like
passion
football. It's
as
like
a
you don't have
fan.
to support West Ham to work at West Ham.
You're not sweetening it for me, Sean.
I'm just saying.
Please don't say it.
Okay.
We know it. We don't need.
Anyway, it's nearly 11 o'clock, right?
oh, it's 20 past 10.
25
Sean,
past
to be fair.
10.
Pretty late for me.
All right. Anyway, to finish up, there we go. Contractually, I'm obliged to play
you
that.
bloody host anymore.
Contractually, I'm obliged to play that.
fuck's sake,
I've
look,
not even played it. This, I've
3.5 hour.
Anyway.
You're lucky we let you on with our good
That's
reviews.
because people
tonight,
saved
Sean.
up the questions from last week just
Yeah.
for you, Sean.
Yeah.
Jesus wept.
All right.
Anyway, I've
time
got
for this.
Well, my battery's out. My Tesla now.
Here we go. I'll see you all later.
Ta-da.
Bye.
Bobby Moore, more than just a podcast. Bobby Moore, more than just a podcast.